All right, sorry for the stream crashing again, folks, but we're back with 48 and 24. We've got Ashlie Smith. Ashlie was a Screen Champ winner for 2013, that's just this last year, for our education category. So Ashlie, welcome. Thanks for joining us in this crazy event that we're putting on.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
So Ashlie, you are a teacher. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and what kind of things you're teaching.
I am a 8th grade all-girls physical science teacher, and I've been teaching this curriculum for about 11 years at Cranbrook Schools, which is a school in Michigan. And I guess about 2 years ago I went to a workshop and found out about Camtasia and flipping your classroom. And so I totally bought into that and decided to go all the way. I wasn't going to just flip a couple of lectures. I decided to do my whole curriculum, so that was last year of 2012, 2013. And so I've been using TechSmith products since April 2011, and just have been flipping my class ever since.
So when you went to that workshop and you found out about this idea, like, oh, here, flip your whole classroom, what was it that appealed to you? What was the thing that just you said, oh, I've got to do that?
I guess, well, at first, I will tell you that I was skeptic because I thought, oh my gosh, that's so much time for a teacher. Like, you're asking me to make all these content videos. It just seems like so much work. And I'm not going to lie, it was a lot of work, but that was last year, and this year is so nice. So, it paid for it. But I also will say that I kind of went extreme with the technology, and I used, when I used Camtasia, and I learned how to animate and do all the call-outs and all that, all the fun stuff. But you can flip an easier way and not, be a perfectionist like I am with the editing. That took me forever. But I will say that I got really good at it as the months progressed, and I got really fast at using Camtasia. So I wouldn't have done it any other way because I think my videos are pretty badass. And when I submitted one to Screen Champ, obviously you guys liked it, and so the result was winning the education category.
Awesome. That is really great. And so you said I'm interested in this because you said last year it was really pain, lots of work, but this year it's pretty easy, right? So what's the biggest difference? You're not having to spend as much time on videos. Anything else? And any other differences?
Well, yeah, I was like creating everything from scratch, basically like a first-year teacher in a way. I was, creating everything. I had my lessons from my Smart Notebook documents, but nothing was recorded, so I had to do all that. As I progressed through the year, I learned about Camtasia 8 and the quizzing function of Camtasia 8. So I started embedding quizzes at the end of my videos for, making students accountable. So this year, the first half of the year, I've had to tweak my videos and add the quizzes at the end. And that actually is allowing me to get homework points, and I don't even have to grade it, which is awesome. So I'm a little bit more relaxed that way. I'm noticing that I have a lot more time in the classroom to do projects like augmented reality projects. I have more time to do labs. I can, if a kid doesn't get it, I can elaborate more in depth, do more problems, practice problems. So those are the benefits that I would say makes you want to flip.
So I've been asking this of the educators I've been talking to because I'm really interested in as people go, and they do like the flip model or they start introducing lots of videos. What's been the reaction of your students as and maybe they're not getting this in other classes, or maybe they are, but what are their impressions of having to come into your class and have this experience with your videos?
Yeah, I'm really one of the very few teachers, pre-K through 12, over 150 teachers that flip. And when they do come to my class and make it to 8th grade, it's kind of a change for them at the beginning, but then they would not do it any other way. In fact, I assigned a book reading last night, and they hated it, and they wanted the video. But I didn't. There's a couple little sections here and there I didn't make a video for, but I'd say the overall opinion is that they love it, And the reasons why they love it is because they can control the teacher. They can start and stop my voice. They can rewind it. All things that most kids in a 45-minute lecture are not obtaining all the information from you, and they're still kind of lost. And then you hand them this worksheet to elaborate and work on the problems. They still don't understand it. So this way, especially for kids that have learning disabilities, 504s, they're really able to go slow. They're able to rewatch a video before tests, and just all positive comments. I will say that last year I did, surveys. I sent out Survey Monkeys just to get some ideas because it was my first year, and I did it for parents and for students. And the big thing was the length. So this year I'm focusing on the length and really trying to make it no more than 10 minutes, even though ideally, there's a golden rule about 8 minutes and the age and all that. But I'm seeing that 8 to 10 minutes, usually 10 minutes because I have a lot to say, is ideal.
So have the parents noticed a difference in their students? Have they commented on this beyond the length about what's their impression of having their kids learn this way?
Yeah, some of the comments that they wrote in the surveys, aside from the timing, they didn't like how last year some of them were really long because, if it's 15 minutes, it would take their kids an hour, and they thought it was just too much time. But now they're shorter. But they're kids, they're students that might have issues, obtaining all the information in class. They're watching them at home, and they're noticing how much they start and stop it. The quality of their notes are improving. So I am getting feedback like that, and that they have the accessibility of going to see that lecture again, where, in a normal traditional classroom, you can't replay that teacher, and so that information's kind of lost. Other things, like if I'm teaching the same thing for 4 different periods, I might forget to say something in my last hour that I said in my first hour. So this way I'm not, jeopardizing one class.
Okay, we're continuing. Okay. So Ashlie, I think we just had asked you a question. What makes for a good video for educators, especially for thinking about people who want to get into doing what you're doing?
Right. So when I got wind of the Screen Champ competition, I kind of went through my videos, and I selected one of the later in the year videos because I got better as the year progressed. And the reason why I submitted that particular video, it had some of my students' videos embedded in the actual content video, which you guys had commented in your live podcast that you kind of enjoyed that. And I will say my subject kind of makes it a little easier with the physics, because I could ask my kids, how are Newton's laws demonstrated? Show me what you do after school, and I'll use that in my content videos. The video that I submitted to you guys was a work in power, which had to do with simple machines. And my mind was so into flipping last year. I had to get my car towed because the battery died or something like that. And this is just how crazy I am. I whipped out my phone and I asked the tow truck driver if I could take a video of that. And he kind of looked at me strange, but I totally wanted it for, simple machines and work in power. And I used that in my actual video. So I would encourage people, any opportunity you have, you got your cell phone on you all the time, just take a quick shot. You're a math teacher and you're in the grocery store and you're talking about, a sale price, or you're in a restaurant, you want to teach them about tipping. You can take those moments and capture it and use it in your flipped class. I think that's key. The kids really enjoy that, and they really are more receptive to that. They want to watch the videos, and they want to see who made the next video? What girls are in the next video? So that's the one that I submitted. And with these kind of competitions, I didn't really think much about it when I submitted the video, and when you guys contacted me, I was floored. But take advantage of these opportunities, because as educators, we really need to tell the world what awesome things we're doing in the classroom, because nobody's in the classroom with us except for our students, and they're young and they don't tell anybody what we're doing. There's no adults in our classroom, so take advantage of those opportunities that come your way and take a chance, submit it and see what happens.
Well, as a parent, I will say that I often ask, what'd you learn? What was cool today? What'd you do? And I get a lot of, well, we didn't do anything. And I know that's not true. I know they're not spending all that time at school not doing anything. So I think, thank you for that. That's excellent. And we will, we plan on doing the Screen Champ Awards again. We'd love to have everyone submit. And Ashlie, hang around with us for a couple more minutes. We're gonna finish up this recording. Hope everything worked out with the crash and the stream and stuff like that. But we'll be back in just a second, and we're here with 48 and 24, trying to make it through 24 hours and 48 videos, and we'll be back in just a second.